Welcome to our first shoulder session together. We have the next 30 minutes to stretch and create lots of mobility in our shoulders. But with that said, mindfulness is key. If your shoulders have undergone an injury or surgery, always be mindful. Particular poses may be uncomfortable. There's a difference between uncomfortable in a stretch and uncomfortable in pain, so avoiding pain at all costs. Always consult with your doctor or physiotherapist if you are in regular sessions and going through healing. Now you will see I have my towel, just a regular old bathroom hand towel, and of course I have a pillow. Any old pillow will do. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm just gonna put my towel on the side. I'm gonna come behind my pillow, placing it out in front of me, and sit into your hips. We will take the hands out on either side of the pillow and draw your pillow just underneath the chest and take your right ear to your pillow. And while you are getting seated and comfortable in the hips, walk the fingertips to the top of the mat, and you might feel the stretch in that tricep area right away. If you want a little bit more, walk the fingers more forward. If you want a little less, take less. Bend the elbows. Breathe into your nose and send your air into your upper back. Exhale it out. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, and go ahead and switch ears, just stretching out the other side of your neck, and take 3 more breaths here. Breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more breath, and exhale. Walk your fingers over to the right side of your mat, just hovering over the pillow, and sit deeply. You'll feel that stretch through the left side body. If you want a little bit more, take your left hand on top of the right hand, or even cross it over. Eyes down to the mat, or rest your head gently to the ground. Continue to breathe. Come all the way back forward, going into that other side. Right side opening up as we pull our hands over to the left side of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice big breath here. And come back to center. Coming up over the pillow, take your right hand up towards the sky. We're going to thread the hand underneath the left armpit and collapse into the pillow. Take your left hand up towards the ceiling or to your low back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. And come back down. And we'll go into the other side, pulling your hips up a little bit. Left hand goes up, sweep, and come right on through, drawing down, twisting into your rinse. Getting a nice little stretch. If it feels good too, to take the right hand up towards the sky, opening up the hands away from each other. Do that. Soften the top arm, breathe in. And exhale, release. Come back to our tabletop. Walk the knees in. And you can move your pillow off to the side. Take your right hand, sweep it back behind you, creating a large circle. So creating movement through the arm. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathe in. Nice and slow. And exhale. Take the hand the opposite direction now, sweeping forward. 3, 2, and 1. Place your hand down. We'll do the other side, sweeping the arm back and forward. Whatever direction feels good for you to start. Do about 3 more full rotations in the arm. And also just, again, mindfulness. Just at this point, checking in on how you're feeling, making sure these rotations feel very fluid. Pause and switch sides. Maybe it's a lot cleaner one direction, a little bit more stiff through the other direction, but that's okay. Take your hands down to the forearms. Interlace your fingers to get together. And let's take a dolphin pose. We're gonna take the hips up and sink the heels down. Okay, press to those hips back, getting a little bit deeper into the shoulders. Stay for a breath in. Breath out. Press into the toes, drop the heels a little bit more, and come right back to your knees. Come up back to your tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest. And exhale, round the back, creating lots of space in the back, the upper body. Breathe in, drop the chest, open up the throat. Exhale, round your back, eyes to your belly. 2 more breaths, breathing in, eyes to the sky. And exhale, push into the floor. Walk your fingers to the knees. Sit into your toes, just for some extra stability. Take the arms up towards the ceiling. And I'll face you so you can see where we're going with this. Bring the shoulders up nice and close to the earlobes, and then draw the arm bones back and down, getting really proud through the chest. And at the exact same time, take your hands nice and long, pulling the hands away from you, lengthening the arm bones away from each other. Breathe in. And exhale, send your scapula bone, the shoulder blades, and let the shoulder blades kiss at the tip of the spine. All right, so just creating that length through the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bend your elbows, press into an invisible glass right in front of your face. So activating your hands, and then tip the elbows forward. Again, drawing the shoulders down the back. From here, take your hands down by your sides, bringing the elbows nice and close, okay? Now, see how your rib cage wants to flare forward? Keep your rib cage tucked in, and if your toes are feeling a little bit tired, sit into the tops of the feet, okay? So, sending the elbows in, but noticing the flare in the ribs, and tuck the ribs back in. So imagine interlacing your low ribs. From here, send the arms back up and in, squeezing the elbows in together. Coming up, breathe in. Exhale, you can brace the core muscles. Lifting up. Exhale down. 1 more, breathe in. Perfect. All right, so just warming up those shoulders a little bit. Take the hands up towards the sky. Imagine catching an invisible rope and pull the rope down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. From the back of your mat, you're going to come back into our beautiful tabletop. Tuck the toes and push back, downward facing dog. And pedal out the heels. Taking a breath in. When you send the hips back, you'll feel that stretch through the shoulders once more. You'll have a new appreciation for your down dog after these stretches in the shoulders. Okay, look forward. Take a step up towards the top of the mat, coming into a halfway lift and fold forward. Open up the feet nice and wide and catch opposite elbows for me. And sway the upper body from side to side. Relaxing your head and mind, maybe a little soft bend in the knees, but definitely allowing that upper body to relax. Breathe in and sigh. All right, drop the hands, bring your feet together, and allow those hands to feel really heavy as you roll all the way up to a standing position, Sweeping the arms up towards the sky, full body stretch, breathe in, and fold forward once more. Halfway lift. Let's take our hands down to the mat, stepping back into a high plank, but take the knees down in your high plank. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Point your fingers 12 o'clock, shifting forward, come down all the way to the ground. Cobra. Squeeze the elbows back, tailbone down, peel your heart off the floor, breathing in, hover the hands if it's in your practice, and come all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in, hugging the elbows, lift the heart. Exhale. 1 more, breathe in, lifting up. And exhale, release down. Now, full up dog. Press into the mat, straighten the arms, push the chest up, downward facing dog. Take your right foot forward for our crescent lunge, sweeping the arms up. And if you want to take less of a stance, of course, take that back foot up. So we're just focusing on the upper body today, so you can take less of a stance if you want to. Now, remembering when we were seated, opening up the arms, right? Elbows away from you. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down, all right? Staying in this cactus arm. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, keep the cactus arm in that right hand. Take your left hand to your hip or the thigh, wherever your hand naturally rests on the right thigh, and twist. Now you can take your right fingertips behind your head, giving yourself a little bit of a rinse here through the belly, through the chest, and you might even feel that in the pec here. Maybe going a little lower in your lunge too, why not? Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more breath, and come back forward. Let's take both hands to the thigh, coming down. Now let's do the exact same thing, reaching the right hand back this time, and take your right hand to your heel or your low back, and send the left hand up towards the ceiling. See if a back bends in your practice. You can gently reach back for 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down with the left hand and stay in your twist. Take a breath. Exhale. 2 more, breathe in. Exhale, open the heart. 1 more breath. And release your hands down. So good. Come back to your tabletop position. Downward facing dog. Stretch those shoulders. Take a breath in together. And exhale it out. Now walk your feet to the top of your mat, or halfway, and roll all the way up again. Now coming to a standing position, I'm going to face you guys. Reach the arms out nice and wide. Okay, again, just finding that length. Now take your right hand in, like we were in that cobra pose lying down. Take your right hand in, and imagine that glass is in front of you again. Press into the glass and gently roll into that shoulder. So again, I'll try to say that again. Right hand in, like imagine an invisible glass. Press in and roll into the shoulder. Okay, so we're imagining that glass is there. This left arm is steady, and we're gonna roll in. Okay, and then come back. Other side, left hand comes in, pressing into that invisible glass. And press in and just roll into that right side. And come back. We'll do that one more time. Pressing into the glass, gently rolling. Notice how this might feel. And come back. And I wanted to do that exercise because now we're gonna do that lying down on our belly. So coming back to the back of the mat, knees come down. Let's lay down onto the floor, moving your pillow out of the way, and take your right ear to your mat. Take your arms out nice and long. So we were just here doing this, right? Now take that right hand into the belly. Now the floor is that invisible glass. Press into the floor and roll into the left shoulder. Option to stack the hips or even take that right foot behind you. Now, this feels way more intense than standing up, so just be mindful again of the shoulder and how this feels. You want to roll right into the shoulder and create a stretch, not pain. If you feel any pinching or pain at all, come out of the pose. If you are good, stay with me for 2 more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more breath, and slowly come down, and we'll move right into the other side, reaching the right hand out. Left hand comes in, and maybe you can see a little bit more clearly what my back looks like, and I'm rolling into that right hand. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more breaths in and out. Last one. And come right back down to the belly. Whoo, take your hands in, give them a little shake. You can sway out the hips too, give them a little shake. And let's push ourselves up to our upward dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. All right, we're gonna do the other side now. Left foot forward, coming into our crescent lunge, reach the arms up nice and high. Cactus the arms. Take your right hand to the outside of your thigh and twist. Reaching back, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Option to keep it cactus. Breathe in. And forward coming. Hands to the front thigh, help yourself down on the back knee. Again, keeping that right hand to the left thigh, twisting. And if it felt okay on the other side, try again. Left hand to the back or to the heel, and maybe trying on a back bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Help yourself all the way up, and then come down, right hand to the ground, and continue into that stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, breathe in, breathe out. 1 more, and exhale, come down. Whew. All right, find your towel, place your towel at the top of the mat, and let's step back into a high plank. We're gonna slowly lower down, again, dropping to the knees if you need to. Let's lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was slow. Okay, so we're gonna do locust pose, but I wanted to incorporate our towel for our bind. So normally we take our hands behind the back. You can try that if it feels good. And you've got that good rotation through the shoulders, right? Option, you can use your towel just behind your low back, grabbing opposite ends, and getting that same bind, but without the bind in the actual hands. So it's totally preference, and you choose what feels good for you. I like having my towel, so I'll definitely continue to use it. Keep your eyes down before we start. Tip the tailbone down, brace the belly, and open up the shoulders, sending the hands back. Eyes stay down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and imagine someone's pulling your hands away from the top of the mat. Stay for another breath in, and come down. Ooh, so you're getting that arch in the upper body, and sway the hips from side to side. We'll do that 2 more times. You can try with the hands or your towel, you choose, as we take the eyes down. But this time, we're going to lift the legs, adding a little bit more to our pose. Breathe in, breathe out, lifting up the chest, breathe in, exhale. 1 more time, lifting up the arms and legs, and come all the way down. You can switch ears. Just stretching out the other side of your neck, and again, of course, sway those hips from side to side. This is a really good spine strengthener and core strengthener as well. Let's do that one more time. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, hold onto the strap or your hands, opening up the shoulders, eyes forward, and lift off. Let's take 3 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up a little higher. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can we go even higher? Woo! And release. Okay, thank you, towel. I'll put you back where you were. And then we will kick up the feet and sway the feet from side to side, getting a little bit more juicy, juicy love. Before we move on, I would really love to do a floor bow, okay? So if that felt accessible in the upper body and the shoulders felt good, try to catch the outsides of your ankles behind you. And you can stay where you are, where you landed in the pose, or you can kick back and you'll get that shoulder stretch right away. Challenge your core muscles, hug in the belly, and lift up, kick back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale. One more breath in. And release. Whew. Okay, we'll do that a couple more times, adding a little bit more every time. First, just take a breath. We deserve a little rest here, I think. All right, now, before we do the second one, bring your knees in nice and close, okay? So just imagine those hips staying in line with the knees, okay? Tailbone down, brace the core muscles, kick back, and as you're lifting up, try to keep those knees not together, but hip width apart, okay? Like you're squeezing a little balloon between your thighs. Lifting up, breathe in. Breathe out. Point the toes, see if you can get a little bit more height. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. And release. Oh, okay. Those are nice little back bends. And of course, in the shoulders, we get that for sure. Okay, let's take the feet down. Let's take a upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels. Let's actually do a little vinyasa. Let's reset before we move on. Come back into your high plank. Let's go low push up. Upward dog, one more time. Downward facing dog. Step up to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold forward. Open up the feet one more time. Catch your big toes. Hold on to the toes. Halfway lift and pull your upper body nice and close to your lower body. One more time, halfway lift, breathe in, eyes forward, and pull everything down. And of course, you can also add in a little bind here behind your hands, reaching over if that feels good. Woo. In our next class, we will definitely be working on some forward folds with a bind like this. Yeah, for sure. Drop the hands, let's bring the feet together, and we'll slowly come down. Ooh, and lay down. Cactus the arms open. And take the knees into the chest. And then drop those knees over to the right, supine twist. Option to take your right hand to the left thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And exhale. Bring your knees up, over to the other side now, and twist. Couple more breaths. In. And empty. In. And empty. Last one, breathe in. And beautiful, bring the knees back in. Hug your knees into your chest. And let's take a happy baby. Because surprisingly, these happy babies, they're all about the hips, yes, but they're also a really great shoulder stretch. When you soften the shoulders down and open up the chest, yeah, press into the feet into the hands. You can open up the whole body here. Keep your chest nice and proud. I'm already swaying back and forth because it just always feels good. And relax the feet down towards the ground. And send your hips now up towards the sky. Catch your hands underneath your back and scrub the shoulders together now. Yeah, lifting up through the chest and heart. Breathe in. Breathe out, press into the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. And come down. And sway the knees again one more time. Now rolling over to the side, we will press into the floor and come all the way up. And let's face the top of the mat, bringing the feet hip width apart, hands behind you, fingers facing your hips, and let's send the hips up to the sky, just a little bit. So even if you're picking your hips up like 2 inches off the ground, get that shoulder rinse in, and you can gradually send the hips higher, getting more of that stretch through the shoulders. But this one, it can be quite intense, so just being mindful. And then relax the hips back down. Now take your forearms down behind you for your fish pose, another heart opener. Lifting up, keep your eyes to the ceiling. Now pressing the collarbone wide, open up, breathe in. Exhale, point the toes, take a breath in. And take your eyes to your toes, using your hands to come all the way up. And let's fold forward, relaxing the shoulders now as we fold over our legs. Breathe in. And let it go. And coming all the way up, take the legs out nice and wide. Take your right hand to your leg and open up to one side. Breathe in. And breathe out. And coming up all the way, let's tip into the other side. And come all the way up. Let's take the fingers in, down center, and then come to the forearms. Of course, you have your pillow with you, so you can bring your pillow down if you want a little bit more cushion as you stay in your forward fold for a few more breaths. And come all the way up. Now, of course, we have a pillow, so why not use it? Take it back behind you, bring your feet to the top of the mat, and gently lay down. And take your final rest. You can take your hands to your belly or take the hands out wide. And stay in your final Savasana as long as you like. This is your time. This is your space. This is your breath, your body. If it feels good to do absolutely nothing now, do absolutely nothing. It's my favorite part. Breathing through even the points of rest. Focusing on every breath and all the sensations in your body. You can stay just here for as long as you'd like, or you can start to roll to the side. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position with me. And wherever you are, just give yourself a hug. Hug those shoulders. They do so much work for us, and we don't even have to think about it. Give those shoulders lots of love. And acknowledge yourself for your practice today. I acknowledge you for showing up and creating space for you. It is the hardest part, and we're done. Wherever you are, take your hands to your heart center. Thank you. Let's seal our practice. Namaste. Wherever I leave you, I hope you have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know or drop them in the comment section below. See you later.